The earth was struck by an apocalyptic cold wave. The man found a potato in the snow. He brought the food home planning to save it for his fourth sister, but he discovered that his younger brother had secretly eaten it all. The brother even kicked the man to the ground. As he was violently beating him, he heard the other three sisters coming back. He quickly grabbed the man's hand and pressed it against his own neck, then shouted that the man had stolen their food. The sisters saw this and picked up sticks to beat the man. They cursed him for stealing their fourth sister's food, and for hitting their younger brother. No matter how the man explained, no one believed him. Finally, the three sisters decided to cut off their sibling ties with him. The man was thrown into the snow. He could not understand why his sisters would treat him this way. In the end, he froze into an ice sculpture outside. But in the next second, he woke up in a hospital. He realized he had been reborn to the day before the apocalypse. He remembered how in his past life his brother framed him for stealing food, which led to his sisters abandoning him in the snow. The man angrily pulled out his .42. He pressed his brother's head into the wash basin, then cut off all ties with his four sisters. At that moment, there were still 24 hours before the cold wave apocalypse. He decided to spend all his money on a survival shelter. The walls were made of bulletproof steel plates. The main door used military-grade bulletproof glass. Even a giant hammer could not break it. The only way to enter was through the password lock. The man immediately spent $1 million to buy the house. With only 7 hours left before doomsday, he purchased a huge amount of survival supplies. When his four sisters and brothers saw this, they thought he had gone crazy. But the man only smiled while looking at his watch. As the countdown ended, the sky suddenly turned black and snow began to fall. The man quickly packed up his supplies and prepared to leave. His sisters still thought it was just ordinary cold weather. When they returned home, they realized it was getting colder and colder, until they saw the news confirming the cold wave apocalypse. Only then did they understand that disaster had truly arrived. The man had already prepared all his supplies. He was ready to face the coming catastrophe. Soon the disaster swept across the entire earth. The man was already resting comfortably inside his survival shelter, while his sisters stood outside begging him for food.